On today's show, it's Game Pod time. Who's the better star next to Luka? Play, trade, and waive will play that game, and then our favorite every single week,
Satnam Shame.
We'll play that and more on today's Locked On Mavs.
I'm Luka Doncic, and this is Locked On Mavericks podcast.
Hey, Dallas Mavericks are NBA champions. Bang! Bang! It's good! And the Mavericks have won the game!
Thank you, Mavs fans.
If you don't believe, you shouldn't be here.
Welcome. You are locked on to the Dallas Mavericks. My name is Nick Angstadt, media member and NBA channel manager for the Locked On Podcast Network. Thanks for making Locked On Mavs your first listen every day. We are free and available on all platforms, including YouTube, where the best way you can help us grow the show is to comment your team every day below. We're Locked On Mavs, your team every day. Let us know in the comment section below. Answer some of these games. There's going to be some fun games today. You're going to want to answer them. Give us your answer below. The best star next to Luka. Play, trade, waive. We'll play some
Satnam Shame.
Satnam Shame is a long-time Raccoon Squad favorite of a game. Joining me, as always, my co-host, writer, and contributor at Mavs.com, the game guru, the one more thinking. What you got for me, Isaac Harris?
We've been doing game pods for a very long time. Throwback to past off seasons, but real quick, do you want to tell the listeners what we've been arguing about for the past 15 minutes? Nick and I have been arguing so much.
We've been friends for 7 years. There's not many things that get us really heated at each other. And this Game of Thrones ending may be the one thing that gets us that we really disagree on the most.
It's the overall impact of the Game of Thrones ending, because I was never fully in love with it. But you're like, I'm over here like hyped for this new. I'm like, yeah, I can't wait to be back in the world again. Nick's like, no, the ending sucks. So I don't care about all the other seasons of Game of Thrones.
You're putting words in my I'm cool. I'm cooled on this one. I'll watch it, and I'll watch it. But
yeah, and what did I say?
I'm just not
gonna get on here every night.
You're gonna hate watch it. You're gonna hate watch it. You're just gonna sit there and crap on it.
Every night.
Anyway, let us know, I guess, what you think about Game of Thrones in the comment section.
Oh, gosh.
In the comment section below.
Are you excited for the new show on Game of Thrones?
But let's play some games. This week, we're going to play some games. Name game. It's basically a would you rather, or like a who's who would you rather have kind of deal. It's Isaac's specialty. We'll play trade, or waive. This is a game like marry, F, kill, basically.
Wait, what's the F stand for?
Where you, friend, where you play a player, you trade a player, or you waive a player. I'll give Isaac 3 names, and he'll have to pick which one he'll do. And then a longtime Raccoon Squad favorite,
Satnam Shame.
Yes.
Satnam Shame, where I have scoured MFFL internet. I have looked high and wide for the wildest comments, and I'll give Isaac 3 comments. One of them will be real, and 2 of them will be fake, and he'll have to figure out which one is fake. So let's start with the name game, Isaac. Who's going to be the best star next to Luka?
All right, so it's pretty simple. I'll throw out 2 names, and we just say, hey, who would be the better second? Now, star, obviously, there's a lot of different definitions for what star means, but let's just say who would be the better fit next to Luka, star or not? Because there's 1 or 2 of these that are like, I don't know if they're like stars, but first one, Jaylen Brown or Karl Anthony-Towns?
You posed this one to me before we hit record, like it was going to be this really tough one. It's Jaylen Brown, so easy, so easy.
I think it is for everybody, though.
Okay, give me the case for Cat then.
Just I put those 2 together because I want to kind of like opposite type of players. I'm picking Jaylen Brown, but I still feel like there's a group of people or even listeners saying, man, I want to see like Luka with like a legit all around big man like a Cat. Like what KP
if
was supposed to be.
I was gonna say, what if he played with KP but it worked, right? Like basically that's what it would be.
Yeah, and it's like, we obviously know how young Cat is and all of that, where it's like Towns and Luka is that big man. So I still pick Jaylen Brown, but I wonder how many people would pick Towns over.
It's Jaylen Brown because of the defense. It's Jaylen Brown because look what he just did in the playoffs, in the finals. Like there is a case to be made in the conference finals and in the finals. He was a better player than Jason Tatum because he can do a lot of things. And some of his weaknesses are dribbling and penetration and things like that. And Luka's incredible at those things. Like, he wouldn't have to do those things as much next to Luka that he has to do in Boston right now. So he would even be better on the Mavericks than he would be on Boston right now, I think, personally. Now,
I also said
Karl Anthony-Towns would be better too.
Yeah. Well, also, I put it out there because Towns is a 3-time All-Star. He's a 2-time All-NBA player. So if you go by like accolades, it's not like Jaylen Brown has 1 All-Star appearance. Even though I would pick Jaylen Brown too, you could look at it and be like, dude, a 2-time All-NBA player pairing with Luka. All right, next one. Devin Booker or Anthony Edwards?
Oh, this one is interesting. Devin Booker's a little older.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards has
Flops
played
a little bit more.
He has been coached by Greg St. Jean. Does that count? I think I would I think Devin Booker. Oh man, that one's really good. Yeah, Devin Booker. My initial thought was that Devin Booker is more ready to win right now than Anthony Edwards. But what about in like 2 years? Anthony Edwards is 20. He's about to turn 21. What about in like 2 years when Anthony Edwards 23?
Yeah, I think Edwards will be better.
Screw it. Give me Anthony Edwards. I'm taking him.
Me too.
I'm taking him right now. I'm taking Kermit. Give it to me.
Next
That'd
one.
Be incredible.
Brad Beal or Donovan Mitchell?
Oh, Mitchell. I'm picking Mitchell.
Okay.
I
think so too.
When have we seen Brad Beal in the playoffs? Like, you got to make the playoffs first before we can see what you are in the playoffs.
I think theoretically Brad Beal's a little bit bigger and all that, but
yeah, sure, bigger, older. He's 29.
Yeah.
Last time we saw him in the playoffs, it was against the Sixers. They lost in 5 games, and he averaged like 30 points. So I mean, he's done some stuff in the playoffs. Like, it's fine, but I still would pick Mitchell. Age and
okay. SGA or Levine?
Next to Luka, SGA or Levine? I think I would go SGA. Length, a little bit better defensively.
Better defensively, yeah.
SGA also is one of the most prolific drivers in the NBA. I think that is a skill next to Luka that Mavs fans really want and that he would really benefit from. So I think I would pick SGA. Age too. I think SGA is a lot younger than.
Yeah, you heard it here. Nick does not want Levine. So.
Again, we're doing it.
I would pick SGA too, by the way. Here's one for you that I asked.
Levine is 3 years older than SGA. So.
Okay. Here's one that I asked back last week to a few people: Westbrook or Kyrie?
Yeah, this is the tough one. Like, as a player, just Kyrie. I would just pick Kyrie.
Talent.
I would much rather have like 25 games of Kyrie than 80 games of Westbrook.
Yeah, I think this one turns into like, who would you rather trade for, or who would you rather like actually play next to Luka?
Can we play Mary F. Killian?
Like, play next to Luka, Kyrie. I would rather trade for Russ though, just for salary dump and all that.
Isn't Kyrie expiring too? We could just do either one.
Yeah, but I think you'd have to.
Yeah, Westbrook is lower cost.
You have to give up assets to get Kyrie. Yeah. LeBron or Durant?
Oh, give me Durant.
Wow, shocking.
The shooting. He's
Do you know who I would pick?
He's better right now.
Do you know who I would pick?
Michael Jordan.
Thank you. DeAndre Ayton or Jarrett Allen?
Are we counting salaries at all?
I mean, Ayton got paid, so they're
Jarrett Allen's contract is like he's
20.
He's like making 20 a year, so I would pick Jarrett Allen just because of that.
So you think that? Okay.
Jarrett Allen's making $20 million even every year. DeAndre Ayton is making like max money. He's making like 30-something million a year. That's a lot more you can work with. And how much am I losing from Jarrett Allen to Ayton? Not much.
I'd say Ayton's a better overall player.
Yeah, he's got a better offensive game a little bit, but for what you want a center to do in today's NBA, like the Suns are having to like force that offense out of Ayton. Yeah. Right? It doesn't come like real easy. That's been Ayton's whole big complaint in Phoenix is that they can't get him the ball and force feed where he wants to. And so but with Allen it's like easy. It's natural. It's pick and roll. It's boom. That's what you do in the NBA. He's great at it.
Yeah. All right, my last one. Jokic or Ja?
Oh, Jokic, 100%. There's
Really?
literally did not think about that at all.
Defense? You're not thinking about defense. You're not thinking about no
Jokic
ball
is better
handler?
than Ja on defense.
I know. I'm just saying, all things considered, you're not even thinking about it.
No, not at all.
Okay.
Injuries too, like just Jokic and Luka would be. It's Shaq and Kobe, but like it's Shakovic and Kobovic. Like,
I think it's a little closer than what.
give me the case for Ja then over Jokic.
I think there's something about having the dynamic ball handler next to Luka in the backcourt.
Jokic is a dynamic ball handler.
No.
Yes,
It's a different type. No. Dynamic.
He is.
No, just because he makes cool passes, that doesn't make
he
me
can
dynamic
drive,
for me.
man. Like he. I'm telling you, I'm calling Adam Mares after this, and we'll talk about it.
You're telling me that he's just as dynamic as Ja Morant.
No, I'm saying just he is one. I'm not saying he is. He's obviously not as dynamic.
I
of a
want
ball
somebody
handler.
as dynamic as I think it would be some. I would still pick Jokic. I'm just saying it's a little closer for me than a runaway, because having a guy like Ja, he is younger, next to Luka, I think it would be so much dang fun. And just as another point guard and all that, we've seen the whole big thing too. Like, have we seen Jokic or Embiid or any of these like bigs in the finals? We haven't. What have we seen there? We've
Jokic
seen
made the
dynamic
conference
point
finals.
guards. I mean, that's cool. I'm just saying, like, these perimeter players are the ones that are putting the rings on the fingers right now. So
Yeah, but not like a 6'2", 6'3" one, right? Like it's the wings. It's we just went over like Steph Curry's the best small guard of all time next to Isaiah Thomas. There's not even anyone that gets close. Like Chris Paul's only been in the conference finals once? Not even once.
Well,
no, we went to the finals. Sorry, I'm done.
I was gonna say he went.
No,
but
I'm done.
I just think it's a little closer. I would still pick Jokic. It feels weird like trying to go like anti-Jokic.
That's a 2-time MVP.
Yeah, that's cool.
Against Ja Morant, who's like just had like his breakout season last year.
I'm higher on Ja, I guess.
What's the ceiling for Ja?
Oh gosh, I don't know.
Can Ja win an MVP?
Yeah, I think he can. Yeah.
Man, I don't know. He's not a good enough shooter for me to win an MVP.
I think he can.
You'd have to do what Derrick Rose just did, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you want to say that's his, I wouldn't say just did, but
within the last 20 years.
Yeah, I mean, I think that would, obviously be his path to doing it, and then finish as a 1 or 2 seed, staying healthy and all that. But I would still pick Jokic. I'm just saying it's a little closer for me.
I'm interested below. Would anybody take Ja Morant instead of Jokic if you had to pick another star next to Luka? I'd be interested to hear somebody's case. So let us know in the comment section below. Coming up, play, trade, wave. My first one: Christian Wood, Dinwiddie, Dorian. Play, trade, wave. We'll talk about that and more coming up. But before we do, let me tell you about BetOnline. We had training camp happening right now for the NFL. Oh, I drove by Jerry World today. It's sparkling. It's ready. It's ready for football. And the Dallas Cowboys are plus 2,200 to win the Super Bowl. Wow. Almost just about the same odds as the Broncos. That kind of surprises me. Buffalo Bills, number 1, plus 575 to win the Super Bowl. Under them is the Buccaneers. My Cincinnati Bengals are plus 1,800. Guess who is also plus 1,800?
Ravens.
Your Baltimore Ravens. So go check out BetOnline. All kinds of odds, not just football. They have baseball. They have basketball futures as well. Go check it out. It's BetOnline, where the game starts. All right, Isaac Harris, continuing Game Pod Friday with Play, Trade, Wave. One of these players you're going to play. One of them you get to trade away. And the other one you just have to waive. No questions asked about these guys. We try to do not considering salary for some of these. But it's more about trade value than it is about the contract itself, about the player. So let's start with this first one. Let's do some Mavs ones first. Then I got some non-Mavs ones, and then I have some Mavs history ones. I got a couple of those that I'll see if what people are interested in. Play, trade, wave. Christian Wood, Spencer Dinwiddie, Dorian Finney-Smith.
Yeah, I would play. Dorian. Okay. I would trade Dinwiddie. I would definitely waive Christian Wood in that.
Really,
But
definitely waive him.
Yeah. But it's just a matter of like Dinwiddie or Dorian. You could say Dorian has the better trade value right now. Like I think somebody would give up a first right now for Dorian, but he's just the perfect player next to Luka. So
someone would give up a first for Christian Wood right now. It was the Mavericks. They just did that.
But were they the only team?
I don't think so.
Really?
The Mavericks would be the only team that would have given up a first for Christian Wood.
I'm just saying it was the 26th overall pick.
The Nets just gave up a first round pick for Royce O'Neal.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Okay. But like Dorian, I mean, he's like a Dorian type of player though. Like he's played in the playoffs. Do not. No. We will not continue this podcast until you apologize to everyone for saying that Royce O'Neal is a Dorian Finney-Smith player. Type of player, a perimeter 3-and-D guy.
That's like
he's played in the playoffs before. How many playoff minutes does Christian Wood have?
That's saying like a steak at Denny's is the same as like a steak from Nick and Sam's. It's just steaks. No, they're not. No. You should know.
Just kidding, guys.
Oh, you've been to enough Brazilian steakhouses to know that not all steaks are the same.
Yeah, I'd play Dorian, trade Dinwiddie, waive Christian Wood.
I think I would flip Dinwiddie and Wood. I think Wood has
Dinwiddie over Christian Wood.
I think you can make the case for a trading. I think Christian Wood would have a little bit more trade value than Dinwiddie.
The Rockets literally just traded Christian Wood for 4 rotation players and like the 26th overall pick in the draft.
First round pick. Is Dinwiddie getting a first round pick right now?
Nobody's playing in the playoffs.
I think Wood will play.
Are you 100% confident that Christian Wood's playing in a conference finals and playing a massive role that Dinwiddie just did?
I think he will. If the Mavericks, my thing is, if the Mavericks get there, he has been doing that because they're not gonna. Well, that's part of the game.
If they get there, Dinwiddie's been there. He helped them get there.
Every time Isaac and I argue, I'm just gonna start singing the Game of Thrones theme. That's our diffusing. All right,
what's the next Mavs?
Let's go to the end of the bench. Play, trade, waive. Frank, Josh, Jaden, Hardy. Legit just to get you in trouble.
Play,
trade, waive. Frank, Ntilikina, Josh Green, Jaden Hardy.
All right, waive Frank.
Wow.
And then I would trade Josh Green and play Hardy. Who has more?
We just saw
Hardy or Josh Green.
It's impossible to tell that. We haven't seen Jaden Hardy play. We just saw Frank Ntilikina play in the playoffs, though.
Yeah, I love Frank. Let's not do Mavs ones. This sucks.
My last one is impossible. Play, trade, waive. Dwight, Bertans, and Tim Hardaway.
All right. If there's no salaries involved, it's like if I waive Bertans and I'm eating that money, I'm not doing it. But I would trade Dwight, play Tim, and waive Bertans.
Yeah, if there's no salaries involved, that one's easier. All right, here's my non-Mavs ones.
All right.
Play, trade, waive. Trae Young, Devin Booker, Donovan Mitchell.
That's good. I would play Devin Booker. I think he's the best one out of those 3.
Wow, yeah.
Yeah, and I would trade Trae Young and waive Mitchell.
Is Danny Ainge trading Donovan Mitchell? Then I would trade Mitchell then probably. Yeah, I think that's the right order. I think it's play Booker, trade Trae Young, and waive Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah.
Interesting. Play, trade, waive. Westbrook, Kyrie, James Harden.
God bless. I would waive Westbrook.
Easy. Yeah, that one's the easy one of that.
I would play Harden and trade Kyrie.
Yeah, I think that's the right order. This one's a little tougher. Play, trade, waive. Giannis, Jokic, Embiid. The top 3 from MVP last year.
I would play Giannis, trade Jokic, and waive Embiid.
Play Giannis, trade Jokic, waive Embiid.
Yeah. Yup. I think Giannis is.
I think that's I think that's the best. I can maybe talk about playing Jokic and trading Giannis because Giannis would have. This is one of my things for this game. Is sometimes you trade the guy with the most trade value so that you can
Jokic jersey back there.
I love Jokic. I think he's one of the best.
I do too. But
you trade a player that's going to get you the most stuff back, so then I can still win with Jokic, but I'm going to get more if I trade Giannis.
Well, I think you could get just as much with Jokic probably.
Oh,
two-time MVP back to back that just happened.
They both are. All right, here's a couple of my former Mavs ones. This one is impossible.
I don't know.
Play, trade, waive.
Yeah.
At the time that they were Mavericks.
Okay.
Rondo, Lamar Odom, Derek Fisher.
All right, I'm trading Odom. I
don't know if anyone would trade for Odom then.
I would. Who do I got to freaking play?
Because I would trade Rondo. Because Rondo's the best player of those three when he was on the Mavs. Trade Rondo. I guess I would play Derek Fisher until he decides he doesn't want to be in Dallas anymore and has to go back to Utah for whatever reason he decided. And then I waive Lamar.
Sure. That one sucked.
Young Mavs that people talk themselves into.
Okay.
Play, trade, waive. Yogi Ferrell.
Okay.
Dennis Smith Jr. Roddy B.
Oh, playing Roddy B.
Yeah, I think that was easy.
I mean, sure, trade Dennis and then.
Oh, you're waving Yogi. Not fair.
Yeah.
The last three.
I don't know. Is Yogi better than Dennis?
The last three was Yogi better than Dennis?
That's the question.
Dennis
right
was better as a Maverick. Yogi had that Linsanity type.
Was he?
Run.
Did he have a stretch did he have a stretch like Yogi Mania?
We've seen Dennis put up triple doubles and like have that game-winning block, and like we saw good things from Dennis.
Let's put that as a Twitter poll. Who is better at their peak?
Who was better at
Yogi at their peak? Yogi
Ferrell's peak was like 2 months. And not even 2, it was 1 month. It was like Linsanity, but like way more reserved. The last three Mavericks to be all-stars that were not Luka or Dirk. Play, trade, waive. Josh Howard, Steve Nash, Jason Kidd. At the time they were Mavericks.
That's tough.
I know. Because it's not MVP Steve Nash, right?
Yeah, it's young.
And it's not old Jason Kidd, right? Because it's younger Jason Kidd, so that's different too.
Yeah, I think I would waive Josh, even though he's one of my favorite Mavs of all time.
Wow, that hurt you, like in your soul.
It did. It really hurt me. And it's just a matter about trade value, right? Like young Kid versus younger Nash. But then there was some backs. I guess I would play Nash, trade Kid. Kid probably had the highest value.
And Nash became maybe the better player because he was 2-time MVP. But Jason Kidd made the finals more times than Steve Nash did. So I think I'd play Jason Kidd, trade Steve Nash.
Got that ring, baby.
We're waving Josh Howard though. Sorry, dude. Sorry.
Yeah, I love Josh Howard.
Let us know in the comment section below. But coming up,
Satnam Shame.
We'll play that game and explain what it is coming up. All right, Isaac Harris. We've played this game for literally years. Like some of you were in high school and then graduated high school and are almost going to graduate college now since we've played this game. It's called
Satnam Shame.
It's called Satnam Shame. It's not about shaming Satnam. That's not what this is all about. It's in memory. It's in great memory of some people got mad at us and said, "Why are you guys so mean to Satnam?" It's not about that. It's a memorial game. It's memorializing Satnam.
When we first did this segment, literally years ago, like 4 or 5 years ago, we used to say, which I don't know if you're going to say their actual names. We used to say their actual like Twitter handles. And this one dude blew up our DMs, like talking about like trying to sue us over using his name and tweet. I'm like, buddy,
I have no names. And also I got these all from Reddit. So nobody uses their real names anyway. But I have all these different comments from actual posts on Mavs Reddit. One of them is real. 2 of them are fake. All right, this first one, this is a good example. Have you seen those charts that's like every single team listed and then it says the most frustrating player on every single team?
Yeah.
And for the Mavs, it was Tim Hardaway Jr. And a bunch of people comment like, oh, it's not Tim, it's somebody else. It's Dwight, it's Davis, it's, whoever. This one says, tell me which one is real and which one is false. For me, it's Luka. All other players I expect to suck.
Okay.
Another one. For me, it's Luka. He whines so much.
Okay.
For me, this is the third one. For me, it's Luka. He just won't drive late in games.
That one is fake.
How do you know?
The third one is fake because this is one of my pet peeves. And you're just going to throw this at me.
But maybe I saw it and I just thought it was so good that I had to share it because...
No, the third one's fake. The first two, I feel like I've seen fans say that before.
Honestly, somebody said, who's the most frustrating player? And then somebody said...
Satnam Shame.
They said, for me, it's Luka. All other players I expect to suck. That was so funny. Luka's the only one I can get frustrated. Luka's the only one I can get frustrated by because I just expect him to... I expect everyone else to be bad. All right. The next one was a Reddit post that said, who is the easiest, most obtainable all-star caliber player the Mavs could get over the next few years?
These are my favorites.
This one was the number one response with over 250 upvotes. Christian Wood.
Wait, when was this post?
This was like within the last 2 weeks. Christian Wood, Jaylen Brown, or we had one in Kristaps Porzingis.
There's no way that's real. The KP one is false.
Which one's real?
True?
Christian Wood or Jaylen Brown?
I mean, I'm going to hope that somebody said Jaylen Brown because Christian Wood's just not on that level.
There was someone that did say Jaylen Brown, but it was not this one because this one was the number one response on that post, had 250 upvotes, and it was Christian Wood.
Satnam Shame.
Someone said Christian Wood, and everyone agreed that Christian Wood is the most all-star caliber player the Mavs could get in the next couple of years.
Next couple of years?
Yeah.
Ceiling Christian Wood, I'm excited to see him play with Luka, but I don't know. I'm not going into this saying that he's our second star.
I think there's some people with the expectation for Christian Wood are either so high or so low. There's no one has middle ground expectations for Christian Wood as far as I've seen.
Please.
Either he's going to work so well or they're wasting him, putting him on the bench. He's way too good for that. It's so split on Christian Wood.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, he just spoke to Jonah from WFAA recently. He was at a camp, a basketball camp. So go check out their Twitter, WFAA, and see that video.
Yeah, tag us.
Bonus one. This one's real too. The most easy obtainable all-star caliber player we could get. The most obtainable, I think, would be LeBum. It didn't even say LeBron. It just said LeBum.
That's good.
That was a great comment. All right, this one was somebody posted Chris Herring. No, not Chris Herring. Chris Haynes posting the Knicks tampering story.
Mark or Chris?
Chris Haynes.
Okay.
I don't know Mark Haynes.
I didn't know which Haynes you said.
Mark Haynes not getting any more posts anymore. These comments, one of them is real, one of them is fake, on the Knicks tampering post. Good. They should lose all of their draft picks going forward.
Whoa.
Number 2. I still have a slimmer of hope that we'll get 2 first-round picks out of this. Number 3. I'm ready for them to lose and Jalen Brunson to come back to us.
All right, number 2 is false. I really hope somebody's not expecting that right now.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. They'll lose all their draft picks. They have a slimmer of hope that the Mavs will get 2 first-round picks, or they're ready for Jalen Brunson to come back to the Mavericks. That's the third one.
Yeah, I think the third one's true. First 2 are false.
Satnam Shame.
It was the second one.
Somebody's out there expecting 2 first-round picks.
They said, I still have a slimmer of hope that we'll get 2 first-round picks out of this. The Knicks tampering.
This doesn't work that way.
No, it's never happened ever in the history of ever. Oh my gosh, that one got me so bad.
Can we just say something real quick about this tampering thing?
Yeah.
Who cares?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter for the Mavs at all. Literally at all.
This is the equivalent of the last 2-minute report.
Yeah, it is. It very much is.
Nothing from this. I'm like, cool, y'all tamper. I don't
the Knicks, the Bulls were tampering with Lonzo, and they lost a second-round pick. That's the most that's going to happen to the the Knicks, and that's
Bummer.
okay. Sure, is what it is. Right. Also, Jalen Brunson still made the decision. I'm gonna pretend he has some agency. I'm gonna think he still has some agency in his decision. It's not because they were able to talk to him earlier that they got him. I mean, they tampered, sure, but did that totally affect his decision? Did they just push him in a room and put a chair against the door and keep him there? No. This one is about the Mavs offseason. People were asking, how do you feel about this Mavs offseason? How do you feel about the Mavs going forward? Comment number 1. This is the first season playing with real bigs. I could see us with the best record in the league. Number 2. After losing Jaylen Brunson, I just can't see us making the playoffs.
All right.
Number 3. Christian Wood will be an all-star candidate and Dinwiddie will be most improved.
I think somebody said that third one.
Best record in the league, not making the playoffs, or Christian Wood will be an all-star and Dinwiddie will be most improved.
All right, best record in the league, that's false.
Okay.
Second and third options are true.
Satnam Shame.
It was the first one.
Really?
Yeah, somebody wrote on this off-season one, they said, this is the first season that we're playing with real bigs. I could see us with the best record in the league.
Wow. There's a lot of things got to go right for that to happen.
That's some confidence right there.
Yeah.
All right, this is the bonus one. This one is different than the other. This is formatted differently, but there was a poll on Reddit. It had like 3,000, 4,000 responses on it. Okay. Which fan base do you dislike the most as a Mavs fan?
Oh, this is fun.
Raptors, Celtics, Lakers, Warriors, Suns. You can knock 2 off immediately because there's no connection to the Celtics or the Raptors, right?
I don't give a crap about Raptors fans.
No, Raptors fans are great.
I mean, Celtics fans, bye.
They're annoying in a different way that's not connected to the Mavericks, right? Like,
yeah, it's like fine. Them and the Lakers are just annoying. But the Lakers fan base is absolutely brutal. Like, I had it all, and you know that.
Well, you hate it. You hate it just from even outside of a Mavs perspective.
Oh yeah. It's so bad. I think the Suns series brought some rivalry a little bit between fan bases that, they're just dumb. So what's the other one again? Suns,
Warriors, Lakers.
I'm still going with Lakers. I'm sorry.
Lakers number 1. Who's number 2?
Phoenix.
Phoenix number 2, and then Warriors number 3.
Actually, most hated by the Mavs fans.
Which fan base do you dislike the most is the question.
Oh, well, me personally, Lakers.
But it's what do you think this one is?
From a Mavs fan, it's Phoenix.
Phoenix number 1, Lakers number 2, Warriors number 3. I still found that fascinating. I thought Lakers would be higher because they're just.
I wonder why the Rockets aren't in there.
Yeah, I didn't get the Celtics and Raptors. I thought it would be like Rockets, Spurs, or Memphis.
Some
maybe
Gen Z kid made this.
There's some Memphis ones in there. You never know who's commenting on these on Reddit, but there you go. That's
just think if you're in high school though. Just think if you're in high school listening to this, you didn't experience any of Dirk versus Duncan or
no.
Yeah, there hasn't been any really good in-state rivalry stuff for a while.
Oh, the Clippers one. Clippers should have been on here. It should have been Clippers and Rockets.
Yeah,
it should have been.
Yeah.
Or Grizzlies, because Grizzlies fans this past year were something.
Yeah. Well, they haven't tasted winning for a while, so
they don't have as good barbecue as we have here in Dallas either. All right, there you go. That's Game Pod. Guys, we'll be back on Monday breaking down more Mavs stuff. We'll do Mavs news and rumors throughout, and then we're going to continue to do our Tier Tuesdays, What If Wednesdays, and continuing on that track. Guys, thanks so much for listening to Locked On Mavs.
Peace out.
Boom!